Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about some summerween recommendations, and I'm honestly so excited for this because I love Halloween. It's one of my favorite holidays. Yeah, I was like, wait, is that the right term? Yes, it's one of my favorite holidays. And yeah, aside from Christmas, Halloween's one of my favorite holidays since as long as I can remember. Like, I've always loved Halloween. So obviously summerween came from this little show called Gravity Falls, and that's honestly the perfect show to watch during summerween. I have not watched anything particularly for summerween yet because I was like busy going a road trip, see my parents and stuff, and then also I was just like, what I've obviously, I think this is obvious, I've been trying to watch Star Wars movies, so I've been busy watching those. Right now I can't remember, I'm on the second episode of like the three, the first one was Phantom Menace. I don't know what the second one is called. It's something about clones. I think it's called the Attack on the Clones or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah. So that's what I'm watching right now. I'm like halfway through it. But yeah, I watch these movies like I'm reading books. Like so yeah, like I literally halfway through I was like, okay, I am gonna stop it for right now and come back to it later. Yeah, and I have to say, pretty romantic if I do say so myself. And yeah, but this is not a video about Star Wars. But let's just get into it. And obviously I have to recommend Gravity Falls. If you've never watched it, it's a cartoon and it was on Disney XD, I think. I don't know if Disney XD is still a thing nowadays, but that's where it was, and it was just it was such a good show. I loved it so much, and I'm so glad that I got to like watch it when it first came out, like when it first rolled out. And yeah, because obviously they don't make shows like that anymore, especially on Disney Channel. They don't make stuff like that. So yeah. So I have to say, let's just get into it. I'm gonna start with some movies. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna start with movies first. I'm gonna start off with this one since it's on the top. Honestly, this is the perfect summerween movie because even though it takes place on Halloween night, it's a perfect summer movie. You would like, if you forget about that it's Halloween, like this is like, you would never have guessed that it's a Halloween movie, it's but yeah, it is E.T. Extraterrestrial. I love this movie. This is a Steven Spielberg film, and it's just so magical. This movie is like, this movie sticks with us throughout like childhood, all everybody's childhoods, because when this movie came out, this is like people's childhoods, like my childhood, and like watching this movie. So yeah, and like just loving all the characters and having iconic people in this movie. Like Drew Barrymore is in this movie, and there's like this guy, I'm pretty sure he's Wait, hold on a minute, because I don't know if it's in this next movie or if it's in this movie, but one of the guys is like still a famous actor, but I can't remember. I feel like Henry Thomas is it's clicking, but the face is not, so I don't remember. But yeah, I think he's still pretty good actor still, and they're making stuff. But yeah, anyway, this next movie is perfect. I honestly have not watched this in a very, very long time, and also since I got this, I've never took it out of the wrapping. And yeah, I've literally never took this out of the wrapping since I got it. And this is another Steven Spielberg movie, and yeah, I totally forgot that this is a Steven, but yeah, this is another Steven Spielberg movie. Excuse me. And I have not seen this movie in a very, very long time. And this movie is, I feel like it has the vibe of summer, like a summer weekend or a summer night, and they're just like having a spooky, like it's so spooky, it's like a ghost story type thing, but it's, yeah, it's like, you know, it's like spooky, it's like little kid shenanigans go haywire kind of thing. And yeah, and it is The Goonies, and I just love this movie. This has some really cool actors in here. You have Ki Hei Kwan, is that how you say his name? And another guy, he was in Stranger Things. He I can't remember what his name is. And of course they don't have all the actors' names on the back, but yeah, I think it's this guy. Yeah, it's this guy. He was in this, he played an actor, and he was in a couple other things that I can remember, but I can't remember the characters' names, and also I can't remember his actual name. But yeah, it looks like there's some special features on this too, so yeah. But yeah, it's kind of like, it says The Goonies is a cinematic treasure trove of breathtaking action, dazzling features, and shiver your timbers thrills. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Honestly, I need to watch this. I need to recommend this to myself, because I have not seen this movie in a very, very long time. So I think it'll be really fun to kind of look back on this movie, because there's some really cool actors in here. And I feel like also this movie is very haunting when I watched it when I was a kid, because it was just like, I was like, honestly, I got scared at some points. And yeah, you know, but yeah, it's been a while, so I would love to see this movie again. This one, I'm not sure if this is giving summerween, but it's giving summerween to me. So yeah, and I don't care like what anybody else thinks about this movie. I loved this movie when it came out, and it gave me one of my favorite songs of all time in this from this movie. So I'm highly appreciative of this. And it is Nerve. And I got this movie, I don't know if I saw this, I don't know when I saw this or if I saw this in theaters, but I watched this movie and with my family, and I was like, I love this movie. I love this movie. And then I and it's just so good and it's so fun, and I thought this summerween we should have more like fun films that are not necessarily like Halloweeny kind of thing, but that give like Halloween summerween vibe, but it ultimately does, because the vibes, the colors, the theme of the movie give summerween. And yeah, and basically it's, I don't know if it's like dystopian or anything, but it's basically someone creates a dangerous game where it's like truth or dare, but the only thing you can do is be a watcher, or you do the dares, um and like do the daring stuff. And this girl right here, Emma Roberts, um she would have been a watcher, but she's like kind of just sick of life and tired of being a watcher in life, and she wants to be the darer, and like does the daring stuff. And Dave Franco over here is I should use their characters' names. V is Emma Roberts' character, and then what is Dave Franco's? It doesn't even say what his name is. I don't remember what his name is. But anyway, Dave Franco's character is already doing the dairy stuff, and basically, I don't want to spoil it or anything, but yeah, basically just helps her get out of her shell, and basically just helps her do that. And there's a love story in there, and it's just a little bit, I don't know if it's like very much, I don't think it's that important, but it's a little fun little romance in there. But yeah, I'm trying to like really get in there, because I honestly do not remember. Yeah. I don't know why I'm opening this, like, anyway. But yeah, like I just love this movie, and I think you guys should watch it. Are you a watcher or are you a player? So good. And then I'm gonna recommend this because honestly it's one of my favorite movies, and I have to just like do it. It's a fall movie, okay? Contrary to what you want to believe, this right here is a fall movie, but I'm recommending it in the summer. Honestly, you could watch the first one, because this is actually the second, because it's a franchise. This is actually the second movie, but I would recommend Frozen, but it's a summer movie, yes. But this Frozen 2, this is my favorite movie, like one of my favorite movies of all time, and I have to recommend this movie. Wait, hold on, I forgot to grab one of the movies. I will pick that up later. I forgot it. Okay. When I was grabbing all of the stuff, I forgot to grab one of the movies, so yeah, I will save that one for last. But yeah, this movie, I just love it so much. It's a fall movie, and yeah, it's perfect. Like, I have no words to say about this movie. Like, I just love it so much, and I just wish that other people love this movie too. And I like, honestly, people need to start watching animation, because you will find some really good finds if you watch animation. I don't care if you're an adult or not, or if you're a teenager, get over yourself. Animation is cool. I love this movie. Anyway, and then we have this movie, and I watched this movie maybe like a year or 2 years ago. I can't remember. It's been a minute, but I watched this for the first time then, and I just loved this movie, and I thought it was really cool. And it is Moonrise Kingdom, and this is actually a Criterion. Um, and this movie is directed by Wes Anderson, and yeah, like this is like, other than the other one that I watched recently this year, this is one of my favorite Wes Anderson movies that I have watched so far, because I have not watched all of his movies, but it is a fantastic movie, and I highly recommend you watch this, especially this summerween or this summer. If you guys like, just take these recommendations, okay? Like, these are good recommendations, okay? But yeah, this movie gives fall vibes, but it's set in the summer, I think. And yeah, honestly, why I think this takes place in the summer, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, even watching the movie and knowing what the movie is about, I don't actually know what season or what setting it takes place, because I just don't remember it ever mentioning the season. It could have, but I just don't remember. And yeah, I don't know what the setting takes place in, like the season, I mean. Um so yeah. But I do recommend watching this. It's perfect. It is perfect. I think it takes place in summer because summer camp type vibe, and also they have a bunch of troops. Like, you know how like Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts is a thing? Like, it kind of gives that. So I was thinking summer camp, summer. So yeah, but it gives fall vibes. So I highly recommend this, and it's just a beautiful movie. Like, can you blame me for a recommendation this? And it's young love, and yeah, and it's just so cute. And then this one is, I feel like out of all of these I needed to actually recommend a romance in here, because why not recommend a beautiful romance? And the romance that I have picked is this one, Sabrina. And I absolutely love Sabrina. It's on my wait, what is the term again? My like top favorite, my high, like, I don't remember. But yeah, it's like one of my favorites of all time. That's what the term is. This is one of my favorite movies of all time, and this is one of my favorite romance movies of all time. Sabrina is just so beautiful, and Audrey Hepburn is so beautiful. Like, look at her. She's stunning. And I just love this movie. It's a love triangle, but not really. And it's about, not only about romance and love, but it's about finding that love within yourself, and finding yourself in the deepest way possible. So yeah, highly recommend. And then I want to recommend some books, so we're gonna get the books out here. So yeah, okay, the first book that we're gonna recommend is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. I don't know how you're supposed to say that, but Chbosky. Hopefully that is the correct way, because that's how it looks. But yeah, I did not like the green cover, so I was like scouring, scour. How do you say that word? Scour, scavenging. I don't know. Anyway, you'll know. You get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, but I was very much looking for an alternate cover that wasn't ugly, and I found this, and I thought this was the coolest thing ever, and I feel like it represents the book a lot more than the ugly green cover, and it's the same thing on the back. So yeah, and I just love it. It's such a beautiful coming of age book. I have the movie somewhere, I don't know where it is, but I love this. I love this book. I love this movie so much. I watched the movie so many times. It's crazy. And every single time I'm just like, I love this movie even more. Um so yeah. And yeah, I highly recommend. I'm not really explaining what these movies or books are about, but I feel like, that should be for yourself to figure out, to figure out if you want to if you really you'll actually, like, you'll see these recommendations, and then you'll look into it a little bit more, and you'll find something that you want to read or watch or listen to. So yeah, it's just honestly such a beautiful book. Honestly, it was, I think this is like something that you should definitely read when you're a freshman in high school, and I think it's perfect, like perfect book to read when you're a freshman in high school and you're figuring things out, even when you're in like your 20s and you're figuring stuff out, because you're still, you're in your 20s, you're new to adult life, you're figuring things out, and there's gonna be things that you like mess up, you make mistakes on, and yeah, and you have friendships, you have friendship breakups, you fall in love with someone. There's so many things in life that you may experience, and that's just like the kind of book that this is. It's kind of like the observer's take on what high school life is for him. And this is kind of like, the book is kind of like a story, but it's kind of like told in it's a story, but also it's like kind of letters, or like pen, what is it called? Penship? Like pen pal? Yeah. It's like kind of like a pen pal, and like he's making letters to an anonymous person, but also he is staying anonymous to himself, and it's a beautiful story. Yeah. Then I have to recommend this one because I just think, like, again, like I said, I wanted to recommend some romances in here, so I recommend this one, The Other Bennett Sister. um it's a novel by Janice Hadlow, and this actually became a show, and I'm so happy that it did. This is such a good story, and such a good continuation to a book that was written like years years and years ago, um from the Jane Austen Pride and Prejudice, and just it was just such a good book, and I highly recommend reading the book. If you want to watch the show, then watch the show. It's on BBC, I think, but I don't think it's here yet in the US yet, but I think it's just only in the UK so far. But it's just such a good book, and yeah, and it's about Mary, and her story, and um her life, and yeah, because she feels like she's kind of just overlooked, and in some ways she is, and in a lot of ways she's just trying to figure out who she is without her sisters, um and she wants to find love, and she wants to find a place of belonging. So that's what this book is, and I highly recommend you read it. um why I thought this was like a summerween book, I don't know, I just thought it would be perfect. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought it would be a good book to read during the summer, but also it's summerween, so perfect. Sorry, my nose is really itchy. Someone must be talking about me if my nose is itchy. Or is that sneezing? It could be both. I don't know. Anyway, this next one I have is Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. And yeah, it's just a little book, and it's just it's a little book, but it's so powerful, and it's so real. It's so real, and it's so connected to what is happening right now, in our world right now. It's so powerful, and I love this book. And I have a well, technically a lot of my tattoos have multiple like two of my tattoos have multiple meanings to them, and this one right here is for this book right here, and the meaning is in the placement. I wanted a tattoo. I'm kind of like explaining the book and the tattoo at the same time, but yeah, I honestly don't like the tattoo itself, but I love the placement. Because I wish I got it in a different way. Like I know that's what I wanted at the time, but I wish I did like the same thing but in a different way. Like, I don't know, but maybe I'll get it lasered off and then redo it or something. But yeah, in the same place. But yeah, because I love this tattoo so much, I just wish I asked for it in a different way. Anyway, but for the placement, I got it hidden, like hidden in my arm, because I wanted it in a place where it was hidden, because this is what they did for their books, for things that for these books, and for people, these were so precious to them, and I wanted to get a tattoo that kind of represents like like you know, keeping those precious moments, and you know, precious moments, and keeping that kind of like inner child, and kind of like, yeah, things that we hold dear and precious, or things that we hold that have importance to us. Like, we're not hiding these things because we're like in fear of it. We're hiding these things, and we're keeping these things so close to us because these are, like I said, these are important, and these are something that we hold dear. So that's why I got that in the placement. But yeah, and the thing is supposed to be a dandelion, and like, you know, like, and then the dandelion turns into like that white fluff ball that you kind of blow to make wishes and stuff. That's what that was kind of supposed to be, but I kind of wish I got it in a different thing. But anyway, but yeah, that was just kind of like a childhood memory that I wanted to hold close, and I wanted to kind of tuck in close to me, because I wanted it to be there. And like, I'm not hiding these childhood memories, but I'm holding them so close. And sometimes you even forget those things. You forget, you know, your childhood sometimes, but you always hold them in the back of your mind, because those are, you know, because they're important to you and you don't want to ever lose them, and eventually you'll remember them. But yeah, so in these and we see people, you know, this is why physical media is so important to me, and this is why, like, I keep physical media. I have CDs, I have books, I have DVDs, because that's why it's important to me to hold close to media, because you never know what's gonna happen, you know. And they might change on a streaming service. They might change scenes or take things out of a show, or they might take it off of the service because they lost the rights to that show, or they took off songs off of the show because they can't use those songs in the show anymore, because of whatever reason. So yeah, that's why this book is so cool and so important to me, and I think a lot of people should read this. I didn't read this in school. I don't think. No, I didn't read this. Honestly, I never read any of the books that my friends were reading in school, because I don't know, we just never like, my class never read the same books that the other classes were reading. They could be reading The Outsiders and I would be reading whatever book we would be reading. I don't know. And yeah, and it would just be crazy. Like, I feel like the books that really stand out to me that I read in school was the Iliad, which it wasn't like the full thing, but it was like the school length, because I don't know. But yeah, we never read the full thing, but I read the Iliad later, the whole thing later, and I loved the Iliad, and I still do love the Iliad. And we kind of read a little bit of the Odyssey, but we didn't really have time for that. So, and then I was like deep in my job, and I was like working and at school, so I was like always tired. But we read Frankenstein, and that one really stood out to me. And honestly, Frankenstein is that's why I love Frankenstein, because it's so misunderstood, and people think that the creature is a monster and whatever, but it's like a question that we need to ask, like, who really is the monster? Who really is the creature? Because in my eyes, it's not the creature. It's Frankenstein. So yeah, and it's kind of, I don't know if this is ironic or not. I don't know, because sometimes I forget, like, what can, like, sometimes I'm not sure what is supposed to be ironic or what's not supposed to be. Don't know, but it's kind of ironic that the fact that people know the creature as Frankenstein, and they forget that Victor Frankenstein is not the creature. He is the scientist who made the creature, and that's what they call the creature, is Frankenstein. And yeah, like, that is the irony, is that they know the creature is Frankenstein and not the scientist who made him, his name. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, I don't know why I went on that tangent. Okay, let's continue. I don't know how, sometimes I don't know how the things that I say in my videos, like, I don't know how it got to that point. Anyway, but yes, okay, this one, I've heard a lot of discourse about this book, because some people don't like this book, and I'm like, okay, that's your opinion. I love this book, I don't really, but one thing I can say is I honestly don't really love the other books that come with this series, but I'll always read whatever is coming next. The one that I haven't read yet, because it hasn't come on Libby yet, but it's the one called Holly. I have not read that yet, and I really want to, so yeah, I think that one day I will, but I really wanted this one because I loved it. But yeah, it's called Belladonna by Adeline Grace, and I did not like the other. Why is my nose so itchy? Goodness, oh my gosh. Anyway, but yeah, I did not like the other cover that they had, so I was like, I'm not getting this book until I can find a prettier cover, because I know there is. And I found this one. There was like so many different color variations. There was like a lighter purple, there was like a white color, there was like a gray color, I think. There were so many different colors of this book, and I was like, okay, I really want this one. Honestly, I didn't think it was gonna be that small, but it's honestly the perfect size, like for like the hands and like to read. Like, it's perfect. But it is kind of smaller than my other books, but it is like honestly the perfect size. And then it's I've never read this author, but I have seen her books before, and yeah, I don't think I'll ever read this author's books because they don't really interest me, but I hear she writes some good books. But Stephanie Garber said it's deliciously deadly, so yeah, that's very cool. And yeah, this book, I just have to kind of just recommend this book because it's so good. Like, I don't know, you guys, this book is just so good. You just like, if you like, I don't know, I don't know what to compare this to, but it's just so good. And I think I read this 2 years ago, and when I read it, I was not really into fantasy at that point, and I was like, I'm just gonna read it because there's a romance in here. And like, I was like still like really, at that point I was not really, I have never read a fantasy book like this before. I don't even think you can call this fantasy. I don't really know what genre this is, but yeah, like, it was just like, I guess it would be like Twilight. Like, it is fantasy, but I don't know, like, it's YA fantasy, I guess, like YA fantasy romance, I don't know, YA romantasy, I guess. I don't know, but what was I saying? Oh my gosh, like, this is why I can't go on tangents. I don't remember what I was talking about in the beginning. I don't know, but I don't know, but yeah, just read this book. I don't know. I don't know what I was about to say, but yeah. Okay, so this next book, I've read this book multiple times, and I actually read this book this year. So yeah, this book is Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. So yeah, like, honestly, this book looks big, but trust me, it flows, and you'll just like, you'll get through this, and you'll be like, okay, this is so easy to read. This is so fun. But yeah, this is a series, but I haven't read the series because I kind of just want to leave it at that. I just want to leave it at this book because I don't know, like I just feel like it I don't know. I just feel like it just needs to stay this one book because I just like how it ended. I just don't think, like, maybe a novella, but I don't need a whole entire series. But yeah, also this is also a movie. Recommend reading the book first. There's a lot more details, and yeah, there's a lot more fun characters in the book, and they kind of, in the movie, they kind of didn't include some of the characters, or they kind of replaced them and kind of moved the characters around to be those people. So yeah, but yeah, there's that. And then I have to recommend both of these are both a part of a series. I have to include both of them because I think they're both a part of the summerween vibe. So yeah, so I have to recommend Twilight. This is Twilight, it's just the white version, and this is New Moon. I don't know why I was blanking. But yeah, this is the first two books in the Twilight Saga series, and this is by Stephanie Meyer, or Mayer, I don't know, I think it's Meyer. And yeah, and also they have quotes on the back of the books. If you guys didn't know, if you guys don't have these books, I know like the regular books are black, but I was like, I really wanted special editions, and these were really cool. And I have to I actually want to show you guys because I just got this and I found it and it was not expensive, so I bought it. I bought this for like $14. I have to show you guys. This is my newest prized possession, but I have to say, like, these so good. Especially this is like more fall, this is more summery, so I recommend reading them. But I have to show you guys before we move on to the next topic, the last topic. But hold on, I'm trying not to fall but also get the book. Okay, there we go. I have to show you guys this because I'm so sorry for this moving around kind of situation. I just had to get this book and show you guys my newest prized possession. I'm so excited. I did not eat. I'm like, one day I'm going, like, I have one more thing to, well, no, I have two more things to get, and then I will make a prized possession video. But anyway, I will make a video about all my prized possessions and of like physical media and stuff, because there is a couple things I am so happy I found, and I'm so happy I actually have in my hands. But I have the first volume of the Twilight graphic novel. I found this for $14. Do you guys know how expensive these things usually are? And I found this for $14. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? I found this for $14. And this book, when it first came out, it says this book was $19.99 for US, and then in Canadian it was $22.99. in Canada, like Canada. I don't know why I said Canada. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, but yeah, I'm so happy about this, and I will show you guys the book without the dust jacket. But I just wanted to just show you. I don't want to show you everything because I have not read this graphic novel because I just got it like a few days ago. So yeah, I haven't really read it or anything, but I really want to read it during the fall, so I think I'll read it during the fall. But I'm so happy I found this. But it's just the without the dust jacket, it's honestly just a black book. And I've seen this across other places, but I've never, and I had to be honest with you guys, like I've been like tempted to buy it even though it's very expensive. And you know, girl, I just had to buy. Sometimes I just had to buy these things because I'm just like, when am I ever gonna find this again for that price, you know? So I was just like, I have to get this no matter what. Like for $14, I'm buying it. And I did find it online. I got it off of Amazon. I know there's like plenty of places where you can find like books, but you're not gonna find this. You're not gonna find like things like this is like I think this is used, but you're not gonna find used great condition things like so casually. So I'm so happy I found this. I think it said the condition was great condition, not fine condition, but great condition. And I'm so happy that it didn't say very good, it said great condition. I don't know if there's like a difference between very good and great, but I don't know. But the condition is great condition. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find all of the rest because I need to get volume 0, and then I need to get the other volume Edward, and then I need to get New Moon. So yeah, but yeah, I'm just gonna lean. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to put it back. I don't want to put it on the floor. So like my DVDs and my other books will find on the floor, but that one, no. It very much is a prized possession, so I cannot put that on the floor. Okay, the last category we're going to be talking about today is music, and I'm going to recommend some songs that I think give off a summerween vibe that I think would be perfect for you guys to listen to. There was one song that I was gonna put on here, but I was like, I don't know. It doesn't really give summerween. It gives more winter, so I was like, I'm not going to include it. What was that noise? Was that wind? I don't know. Anyway. Okay, so I have to say, in my room. Oh, someone's on a phone call. Sorry if you guys can hear that. Hopefully you cannot. But yeah, in my room by Julia Wolf. I've been listening to that song so much. I love that song. I don't know what it is about that song that I love so much, but I love it. It's so good. And then Your Eyes by the Sundays, that gives Summerween so hard. So hard. It's so good. And then Don't Know Why by Nora Jones. That one, I feel like it gives fall in like a Gilmore Girls way. Like it's perfect. Like if you want that kind of vibe, you want that Gilmore Girls fall, but summer, I feel like that song's perfect. And then Dance No More by Harry Styles. I don't know, like it gives, like if you've ever like listened to, or if you've ever gone to like a Halloween party and you hear the Monster Mash, or what's that song by The Clash that was very popular? I can't remember what it's called. It's like the Goo Goo Muck. Yeah, it's kind of like that, and like I feel like it gives Halloween vibes. Dance No More is so good, and I think that honestly, in Harry Styles' new album, that's like the best song on that album, and it's my favorite song on the album. But yeah, like honestly, that new album by Harry Styles, not my favorite. I feel like his other album before that was called Harry's House. I feel like he had a lot more songs that were really good and that I liked. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like his first album is superior. It's his best work to date, I think a lot of people would also say that Fine Line is, but Harry Styles' self-titled album, Harry Styles, like that is his best work. Every song on that album is a banger. But yeah, and then I had to add this because I feel like this is summer. This is like summer love kind of thing, but also it's from Descendants, so I feel like that's fall. That gives Summerween in itself is the song If Only by Duff Cameron. Oh my goodness, that song is so good. Like I feel like people like knock off like Disney songs or like decom songs, like oh, like it came from Disney Channel, okay, whatever, but those songs are really good, so just like listen to them more. They're really good, okay? They're really good, okay? And then the last song that I have for you guys today is Lost in My Bedroom by Sky Ferreira, and I have to say that this song is really good. It gives off the kind of, it gives like summer, like when Tumblr was like very much popular, and well, it still is popular to this day, but it's like when Tumblr was like very much a thing, like Tumblr, Pinterest, like We Heart It, those days, like pastel hair, like pastel rainbow hair, glitter on your face, goth makeup with like, you know, like that kind of vibe. That's what that song is. And also, like, I feel like Skyfair was on Tumblr a lot. I was like very much late to the Tumblr game, so I feel like right when like I got into Tumblr, like it it was kind of trickling down. Like it was not, people didn't really use it as much anymore. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get off here and move to something else. But yeah, like I was, and like honestly, I feel like also when I was on it, like I feel like I didn't understand how to use it. So yeah. So yeah, but those are all the recommendations I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe to my channel. What is that? What's that noise? Oh, it's just, I guess it's something. I guess it's just someone. Anyway, But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, and have a spooky summerween.